y'all, it's Alicia and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hoblob. I thought I would have been on here hours ago, but you ever had one of those days? And I mean this in a good way. So I've had probably one of the nicest days I've had all month. I've had a series of surprises today that have just been amazing. I'm going to tell you that I got to meet Lani today. I did. Jimmy Lani Creations. And I was so excited, and I wasn't expecting her. We don't have each other's phone number, and that's crazy, Lani, so I'm going to solve that today. I'm going to email you my phone number. What's crazy about that is that Lani and I don't live far from each other, and we don't have each other's phone numbers. That's nuts. Anyway, I was on the phone with my mom because she's having a medical problem. Hey, Mom. And so we were trying to decide if she needs to go to the hospital or not. And there was a buzzer, but I knew that Jellybean had sent me a package that was being delivered today, so I thought it was just UPS delivering the package. So I buzzed the UPS guy in. And then a couple of minutes later, there's a knock on my door, and it's my friend Tabitha. And I'm like, Tabby, I can't come to the door because I'm on the phone with my mom. There's a medical emergency. And she says, well, you got to, because there's groceries. And I said, groceries? I didn't order any groceries. I opened the door, and there's Lani standing with Tabitha. Yeah. So the first thing what's nice is that Lani got to meet Tabitha. So that's my girlfriend, Lani, who lives in the building upstairs. And her daughter is the one that watches all of our shows. So that was really cool, and very nice. Tabby and her girlfriends helped Lani carry up the groceries. We did break the rules and hug, and I wasn't wearing my mask. But you know what, y'all? Lani, oh my goodness, we were all saying in here what a special person Lani is. Because she went out today in the middle of the rioting, in the middle of the tension, in the middle of COVID, and she went grocery shopping for herself, so she just bought me a whopping load of groceries and delivered them. And they were all so thoughtful. And there was stuff for the kids, and there was stuff for me, and there was stuff I could give the grandmas who cook for all of us. And we were all saying, like, she is so thoughtful. Like, it wasn't like she just grabbed what was there, whatever was on the shelf. No, she didn't do that. She thought about it. And she listens, clearly, because she knows the grandmas cook for me every day. And it was nice, and Tabby finally got to meet somebody in the group, too, because she's like, oh, I get to meet one of them. So this was an amazing moment. I was still in my making shirt from yesterday. I had pulled out all of my stamps. So I'm 80% through the reorg of my craft supplies. I'm on the last 20%. I'm proud of that. But I had just pulled out all my stamps and my seam binding because I was working on rack packages. And so I dropped everything. And I took my mom on the cell phone to the door and then hung up because Lani was there. Spent some time saying hi to Lani. She is going through a hard time, y'all. You know, like we were saying, people here are still dying. And people are dying all around Lani, and she can't do anything. That's what's hurting her. That she can't help anyone. She can't, because she puts her whole family at risk. So it's hard when you have neighbors who are dying from COVID. You know, we had it here, Lani, and I know I didn't talk about it on here, but one street over, we lost 3 people in our neighborhood. So I do know what you're talking about. I do. So, but that was joyful. To get to hug Lani and say hello, that was joyful. Never mind how thoughtful she was about feeding all of us. And then my mom sent in cupcakes, y'all, for the kids. So right after Lani was here, the kids came down. And they were like, okay, are the cupcakes here? And they had come. So I said yes. So then we went outside, and they had an hour and a half together because it was safer to do it outside. It was safer than doing it inside. We can't have them all in someone's apartment, unfortunately. And they haven't had any normal, y'all. They just haven't. You know, here we don't have a backyard for these kids, right? So we went outside to the stoop, and they ate cupcakes, and they laughed, and they had a good time, and they socialized, and it was wonderful to watch. It was just really wonderful to watch. And then after that, I had to stop by the grandmas because they've been cooking to pick up rice and stuff for supper. I told them that Lani brought a roasted chicken, so please don't give me meat, but they did make me rice and vegetables to go with it. So this is my first time to come on here today on Newbie Saturday. I'm so sorry. It's just been that kind of day. I crafted until I was talking to my mom, and then Lani came, and that was the end of my making day. But what a fun day. And Lani, thank you so much. I'm going to email you properly, but thank you. It was also just nice to hug you. So folks, I want you to keep Lani in your prayers. I do know what it's like to lose people in the neighborhood, and it's hard, especially if you want to help them. So keep Lani in your thoughts and in your well wishes because she needs it. Anyone in a red zone needs it right now. You know, we're far from done with this crisis, that's for sure. We're far from done. Now, it is Newbie Saturday, and Jellybean Junction and Tami Stampin' Therapy, they put up their newbie videos, and they're amazing. And I'm going to put a link to them down below. I am going to come back on with another video before the end of tonight, but I'm going to do that after I have supper. I'm wishing for you a happy crafty day. I hope, like me, you spent most of the day crafting, because that's what I did. And then I spent my afternoon socializing, and it was wonderful. I'm hoping the same for each of you. I really am. I think in this time we need as much craftiness as we can get. I will link Tami and Jellybean's amazing videos down below. If there is, I'm sure that there are more. I'm just catching up on videos now. And I want to make sure that you're paying attention to any of these amazing people that are graciously sharing their knowledge. I learned a lot by watching Tami's video on stamping. I don't leave my ink enough time to settle. That much I know. So maybe you'll learn a thing or two. And that's it. And I'll be back on later today. Thanks so much, Lani. Thank you. I'm going to email you. And to the rest of you, wishing you a happy, healthy, and creative Saturday. Bye for now.